In this video, we're going to go through the settings page of Skillspace. So the settings page can be found as part of the administration section of the menu here on the left-hand side. And the page begins with instance details. So the first section is this shortcut link here. So this is the link that you can send off to your staff members so that they can access your Skillspace instance. Then we've got the option to change our instance name here. So right now it's set to Demo Organization, and that's why we can see the Demo Organization title up here on the top. Then we've got the assessment section. So first up is the assessment interval. So this is how frequently or infrequently you expect your staff members to complete skill assessments. So the assessment interval can be set to as frequently as 1 every month, or 1 every 24 months, or anywhere in between. You can also send out email reminders to your staff members to complete their skill assessments. You can pre-fill or not pre-fill assessment data. So what that means is when your staff members are completing their skill assessments, if you have pre-filled data turned on, then any previous assessments that they've completed will show those skill and interest ratings that they had previously completed so that they don't have to then add in those same ratings again if nothing's changed. Then there's interest level, so do you want to track staff member interest levels for their skills? Then there's comments, so do you want staff members to be able to leave their own comments, and do you want supervisors to be able to leave comments when they're doing supervisor assessments? There's the navigation button, so this will enable an additional button inside of skill assessments that just allows you to click through left or right, so back and forth in the skill assessment a little bit quicker because it's located up top as opposed to down bottom where the usual navigation options are. Then we've got training settings, so this has to do with the training module and the career insights module. So first up is course priorities. Ticking the first option here will mean that any time that you have training that is associated with a staff member's skill gap, then that staff member will be assigned that training material. Ticking the second option means that not only will staff members be assigned training material when they have a skill gap, but also when they're just looking to upskill as well. So if you have someone who has a target of 4 and a rating of 3, then Skillspace will assign them training material to help them upskill to that 4, but also if you're using a 1 to 5 scale and you have training available that is useful to getting to a level 5, Skillspace will assign that training as well. The final option will ensure that staff members are assigned training material not according to what target they have, but just whether or not they've been assigned the skill. So you could have a skill rating of 5 or a skill rating of 1, as long as you've got the skill assigned, then ticking this box will ensure that any training relevant to that skill will be assigned to your staff members. The career items options down here refer to whether or not you want to show related training per skill on the careers tab, and whether or not you want that training material to be shown to staff members if it's already been assigned in their training module. Then we have the general settings, so you can alter your date format. You can choose the calculation method, so this concerns how zeros are handled inside of Skillspace, and there will be a support wiki article on that as well as a future video. Then there's how you'd like to sort skills in the skills directory, so it can either be alphabetically or manually. Then there's the qualifications mode. So the qualification mode refers to how you'd like your staff members to input their qualifications. So a free text option allows your staff members to create whatever qualifications they like, whereas a predefined option allows you to create the qualifications that you'd like your staff members to select from. The free text option gives more flexibility, whereas the predefined option ensures precision in what qualifications you're tracking. For example, you might have staff members who want to track the fact that they have a computer science degree. One staff member might write comp science degree, and another one might write undergraduate in computer science. Both of these qualifications are the same, but because you've enabled free text, the staff members have written it differently. If you were to click predefined, however, then staff members would be able to select from your preferred spelling of computer science degree. However, they wouldn't have the freedom to add in any additional qualifications that weren't already part of the predefined list. Environment type refers to whether or not you're wanting to have this Skillspace instance be used for your organization actively, or whether you're just setting up as a test instance to try different combinations of settings and configurations. The global search feature button here allows you to include or not include attachment names and descriptions. The delete instance button is rather self-explanatory. If you click this button, there will be a confirmation page on the next page over, but be careful around that button. Default entities refers to what type of entities you'd like to assign your staff members when they join via single sign-on. Customizations refers to whether or not you'd like to enable roles, locations, and qualifications inside of your instance. Mandatory fields refers to specific fields that you'd like to ensure all of your staff members have. Custom fields refers to the ability to create custom fields inside of your organization. So if I click on Edit Custom Fields here, I can see that I already have a custom field. So I've assigned it to all people. I've called it Custom Field 1. I've given it a description. And the data type that can be inputted here is text.